I'm Paul V. Harris, author of Living Your Destiny, How to Get Everything You Want Faster Than You Ever Dreamed Possible. You can find me at paulvharris.com or you can find me at drinspiration.com. Do you ever get the feeling that the whole world is out to get you? Today I've been trying to do this video for about an hour, and the phone's ringing, and the kids are asking me questions, and I'm being pulled in 40 different directions. Sometimes that happens, and you got to be persistent. You got to keep moving forward and keep doing what it is. I'm going to do this video. Not getting it done is not an option. So I'm going to do whatever it takes to make sure it happens. Isn't it? That's life on life's terms. Life is what it is. What would happen in your life if, your wife filed for divorce, or your wife was an alcoholic and you had to deal with the trials and tribulations of coming home and having her self-destruct and trying to drag you down into that. At certain points of our lives, we've got to realize some people we have to cut loose. Some people we have to let go of. It's really difficult to let go of someone who's been in your life for a lot of years. 15, 20, 25 years. Sometimes you got to let go of old friends. Sometimes you got to let go of people that are not helping you move forward. And sometimes you just have to tolerate individuals, such as family. It's pretty hard to cut loose family because they're family. You're going to see them. You're going to see them all the time. What I do is I try to deal with people on their level. Expect nothing. The lower my expectations are of other people, the less resentment I have, the less challenge I have with their actions. People are ultimately going to do what they think is best for them. The challenge is what's best for you. What is your action? What action can you take to make your life better? Relationships is a big source of fear. Fear causes us to lie, causes us to cheat, causes us to not tell the truth because we're afraid the way the other person's going to respond or react to the truth. Because, sometimes we don't tell people we love the truth knowing that it's going to hurt them. And we wind up hurting them in the long run. Anyways, it's better to just be honest. Tell the truth, be who you are, and face that fear of rejection, of hurting, causing the other person pain, and just be honest. Just be who you are. There's no better you than who you are. Tell me what you think about this video. Leave a comment down at the bottom. Take action. Master your fear.